All right.
Welcome.
This is our first episode, so I think we should start with a shot. Just to
Yes, please. Just to
cheers. All
loosen
right.
things up. Oh God.
Down the hatch.
Ooh!
Whew, okay. Well, welcome.
Hello.
Woo. Okay.
Wow.
I'm feeling
Strong
good. I'm
start.
feeling warm.
Yes. All right.
Strong start.
Well, in addition to that shot, we also have our drinks that we're drinking for this episode because we drink a different drink every episode. I'm having a Michelob Ultra, just something nice and light to follow my whiskey shot that I just had, and I have some chocolate on the side as well.
What am
Megan,
I
what about
drinking?
you?
I'm drinking Terra. It's
Yum.
it's an Australian beer, but all the Koreans apparently, all the cool Koreans are drinking it lately. So
It's
I
all the
needed to
rage in Korea.
jump on the bandwagon.
Very
Yeah.
Oh,
fitting.
and I'm having chipo as well, which is like
Classic.
a
Love
fish
that.
jerky.
So
So
good.
very
Best
Korean.
combo.
Yeah.
Nice. And then I am having like a white wine that we opened together like a month ago. You don't remember? It's not that bad. I know it's probably like a cardinal sin in like Miss Glue Glue's world, but
Hey, as long as it doesn't taste bad,
it's drinkable.
go for it.
And then I didn't have like, drinking snacks, but I have cheese and like raspberries and crackers that I'll be munching on. All right, so today's episode, we're going to talk about adult braces. And I know that it's kind of random, but I know that we all had adult braces and have some things to say about it. So we're going to get right into it. Christina, when did you have braces as an adult?
I had them in my mid-20s, so very late, like over 10 years late probably compared to other people. So I had it for about 2.5 years. And they were like the straight up regular wired braces. I didn't have Invisalign or anything like that. So I was showing up to work. I was in grad school with my braces, which was a real fun time. What about you, Megan?
Damn, I've always wanted Invisalign, because it's like so
Yeah.
cool. Anyway, I also had just like the regular wired braces. When I was around when I was 19, which wasn't that old, but it was like much older than normal. And then before my regular wired braces, I had this weird like spider contraption. It was literally called like a spider, and it's a weird contraption that goes on the roof of your mouth, and you take this little thing and you crank it every freaking day, and it just like stretches your narrow like smile into like a wider one. It was
Did it
really
hurt?
weird and strange. It hurt, but it like hurt so good,
I miss that feeling of
I
like
miss
the
it.
braces tightening. And it's like, oh, it's working. It's so good.
Oh,
So good. Christine,
oh my gosh.
tell us about you.
Uh, I got braces, adult braces at 29. I still actually have them. You can't see them, but like when I open my mouth, they're in there. Like
What are they
it's
They're
called
cute.
back.
again?
They're called lingual braces, and they sit on the inside of your teeth, so they like glue the brackets inside your mouth. Um, but I got them, and I had like this fat lisp and all that. But like at least when I like presented myself at work during the pandemic, I didn't have to like have braces, but I was like drooling on the side. So, anyways, they were supposed to come off like months and months ago, and they said like I would have them for like 8 to 10 months, and it's been almost 2 years. So
Oh my
I think they'll
gosh.
be in my
Well,
mouth for,
Wow.
I remember when you got them on, it was
oh my
Thanksgiving
gosh,
2020,
yes.
I think. So yeah, almost two
Uh-huh.
years. That
Yeah, yeah,
Thanksgiving
yeah.
2020, you got them on like a week before Thanksgiving, which was like the absolute worst time to get braces on. And all you could eat were
Oh my
mashed
God.
potatoes.
And like your mac and cheese, that was it.
Yeah. Well, cheers to all of us having braces really late in life.
Adult braces, they're a real
Can we
thing.
like can we talk about though, like, I was kind of mentioning this, but like, I don't know, for me, I felt so awkward with my braces, especially because
Hmm.
like
Mm,
I had to get some implants as well, so I was creating space for a tooth. And so my smile, it was just like it wasn't at its best, you know, obviously, that's what the
Yeah.
braces are for.
mm.
But I was in grad school, like meeting new people. I was in London, so I couldn't get my braces tightened every month.
Yeah, I remember
Hmm.
Um,
that.
yeah, so that was kind of annoying. But I mean, I also just sort of embraced it, but it would have been nice to not have braces when I was meeting a bunch of new people.
I just remember like how you were managing as an adult with like visible braces. That's like pretty intense, you know?
Yeah.
Um, Mine
Yeah.
sit like on
And
the inside and like no one can see them. Like it gets
yeah.
awkward at certain points in time, but like you had like public braces, like they were out there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And at that point you were recording videos and stuff, right? I think I remember.
Yeah. Well, so I got them on in 2015, and then 2016 is like when I started posting a lot of
Mm,
videos. So yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, I just rolled with it. And I
love
mean,
it.
I didn't get like bullied for my braces or anything, so it was
That would be
fine.
so messed up. I would tell people I would not be friends with people who made fun of you.
There are like weird, awkward moments though, right? Like when you're eating or drinking something, obviously. It's a little, I
Hmm.
mean, I don't know, you
Yeah.
tell us, Christine.
Mm.
I think there's like a weird naengmyeon story that needs to be shared.
No, okay, well, for Christina, I remember like when we would go to restaurants, she would like bring you, wouldn't you bring like your toothbrush or something and like go brush
I
your
had my
teeth every
toothbrush, my floss, my little retainer
Mm,
case. Yeah, I also avoided red wine for like 3 years
I
because it
remember that.
stains your braces, and it also stains your
Yeah.
teeth, and I didn't want to have stained teeth around the brackets. Yeah, so I was
Oh
Yeah,
my
you
very
God.
would.
meticulous.
You're
That's
so
so funny.
diligent. Like,
She was so good. Even now, even now, she still sleeps with her retainers.
Yeah, I guess that's a benefit of having braces as an adult for me, because, well, I don't know.
Mm,
Honestly, I probably would
yeah.
have done the same as a teen. I probably would have done the same as a teenager. I think
Yeah.
I'm responsible enough.
not I.
Oh my
I
God.
that
Wait,
so like
did
mhm.
you guys have difficulty like making out and like doing, some extracurricular activities?
I think at the
Um,
beginning it like felt awkward, but I think you get
You
around
make it
it.
work? You
Yeah,
you get around it?
you get around the
did you
braces.
have to like purse your lips around your bracket to like you know, like, did you have to like round your lips around your braces to like
I don't know, did you?
sting? Well, mine are on the inside.
I feel
So
like that's worse because you can't like block. I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel
Okay,
like if it's on
what
the
are we
front.
talking about?
okay,
What are we
Anyway,
talking
let's.
about, guys?
here's what I will say that like you can't do with like outside braces that like sit on the outside. So like Megan mentioned, like back in the day when I had braces as a teenager, the first meal my mom thought would be like the most appropriate for us to go and eat was naengmyeon because I got braces during the summertime. We were in Koreatown, and so like we got naengmyeon and like literally like the naengmyeon got tangled in my brackets. And like I tried to swallow,
Oh
and
my
I was like,
God.
ah, like the like naengmyeon got stuck in my throat, so I had to like fish all the naengmyeon out. Um, and then we had to like cut it up with scissors. So that's you can't eat naengmyeon with braces unless you like really cut it. With the inside braces, you can't eat sandwiches, or like
Hmm.
bread
Oh,
because you have to like cut through each layer with your teeth. But like there's something on like the back of your teeth, so you can't use your teeth as slicers. So,
so funny.
so I
Naengmyeon
have to
for
like pick
our.
my, uh-huh.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say naengmyeon for any of our two listeners out there who don't know what it is.
Oh yeah.
Naengmyeon's like a cold. It's a cold noodle soup, Korean dish, and the noodles are known to be very, very chewy. So it's like
Hmm.
one of the worst things you could eat with braces, to
Yeah.
be
And like,
honest.
and the
Good
noodles are so
going, mom.
thin.
kidding. I love
Oh
you.
my God.
Yeah,
Sweet,
it's just one of
sweet
those like core
Kathy.
memories of like getting your braces as a teenager, and it's like so awful because it's like such a big change to like your face,
Mm.
and you're like so
Mhm.
self-aware about it, and like the first thing that you do once you step into public is like get publicly humiliated because you can't swallow and you're like choking on your noodle.
Oh my God.
Oh my
But
God.
anyway,
Wait, this is a really good transition for round three, going
Okay.
deep
yeah.
Should we take
into
another
like, should we
drink?
cheers?
Yeah,
All right,
cheers.
so are we
We're
moving on to
moving fast
round
into
three?
round three. We got the
Wow, into
samcha real
round
Yeah.
three.
fast.
Wow.
Well,
Hmm.
because I think Christine kind of talked a little bit about like insecurities and like appearance and things like that. So like, I mean, would you guys be open to any other procedures, like other than braces, that kind of alters your physical appearance in any way? And like, what else have you done, if you have anything done?
I had my choms lasered off my face before.
And chums are moles.
Moles,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
sorry for
for
any
the two.
non-Korean, yeah, listeners out there. So yeah, I think I've done it twice because you're supposed to go in for like a couple of rounds. So
Mm,
in middle school, I think seventh grade or eighth grade, I got my choms lasered off. You just go to like a dermatologist
was
in
it
K-Town.
was it like an insecurity of yours, and then you like wanted to get
Uh,
them off?
my mom was the one who was like, "Let's go. You should get your choms taken off." And I was like, "Okay."
Removed. Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to have like I had a lot on my face. They weren't
Mm.
like what is it, like 3D molds. It was just like the like dots, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I did have a lot, and so I guess it was an insecurity. I didn't think about it too much, but I did appreciate it once I got them taken off. But the thing is, you're supposed to go in for a couple of rounds, and so I went in middle school, got them lasered off, and it kind of hurts because it's a freaking laser. So it hurt, so I like complained and I didn't go in for a second round. And then so some of them came back, but some of them also like they were taken care of through that first round. So I did it again I think like sometime in my early 20s, but I can't quite remember when.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, it would have
Hmm.
been like 10 years ago by this point. So yeah, so now I don't really have any chums like moles, but I do still have like a lot of freckles. I think my skin's just
Yeah.
Oh, I
prone to
love
spots.
You
love
love
those
Yeah.
freckles?
freckles. Well, yeah, and like on Christina's, it looks really, it's like so
It's so
natural.
Thank
cute.
you.
Christine
Oh,
Thank
has very
you.
cute freckles.
Christina looks like
Mm.
that one girl from Pachinko, and she
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she
she
has a
too
lot of
has
She
all.
has
freckles.
freckles.
Hmm.
Freckles.
Hmm.
She has
So good.
freckles.
Sprinkles. But yeah, that's all I've had done. My braces and chum
Hmm.
removal. I don't have anything else on deck.
Are you planning on getting anything done, like in the future?
I don't think so. Not right
I wanna
now.
I wanna try Botox.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like
Yeah,
a
just
that's like
cause like
a good one.
cause it's like it's just a procedure. It feels. I mean, this is with zero actual research, right? So I'm not saying anything of real value here, but I just
Yeah.
feel like it's I think from what I hear pretty non-invasive, and
Yeah.
it dissolves, right, in like 3 to 6 months or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't feel as, you know, intense.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know where or what, but like I just want to try it.
I do have a
So,
little bit, like some slight wrinkles happening or creases
Oh,
starting to
right
form
here?
between my eyebrows that I'll notice in the morning. So maybe I would start there if I were to try it
Mm.
out.
I've actually done some digging into Botox, like what is being conceptualized as like preventative Botox to like
Mm,
our peers. I went to my skincare lady and she was like, I think 30s is a good time to start getting preventative Botox because
Mm.
it prevents movement in your face. Apparently, it prevents movement in your face from like deepening wrinkles. So that's how it like prevents wrinkles from forming.
mm,
And sometimes like when you get it later in life, it's like the wrinkles are already created and it's like a little too late. So she said like the earlier you start in like smaller doses, it's like better. So I'm like actually like really close to like pulling the trigger to get preventative Botox like in my forehead and then like around my eyes.
Hmm.
And
Well, tell
maybe we can
us.
talk about that in a little bit, but like
Yeah, I
it's
feel like
there's
that's a
like
whole nother episode.
yeah, but
Like
I
what
don't want
were
to look
any
like
insecurities
Yeah.
in our
yeah,
faces? Yeah.
we'll see. Like there's I just don't want to look like my face is frozen. I still want it to look very natural, but like
Yeah.
I want to like be in my 40s or 50s and be like, "Oh, I got preventative Botox when I was younger." But I think I
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
start with like washing my face at night first
I don't know.
and
Your
then maybe
skin's
transition to
pretty
other things.
great. Your skin is pretty great. I don't know how.
I think by my way of rationalizing it is like by not washing my face at night, I'm protecting my skin barrier.
Well, actually, it could depend on your skin type because you know, my friend Sam's are better.
Uh-huh.
Sam's
Yeah.
are
Sam,
better. Shout out Sam's are better.
shout out to Sam's
Sam.
are better. Sam was saying that her skin type is resilient. I guess that's a
Hmm.
category of skin type.
Mm.
So like you have, I think it's a range from like sensitive to resilient.
Hmm.
So I don't know what that means, but all that to say, maybe that's why your skin kind of has still been thriving, even though you don't wash your face ever
Yeah.
at night.
That
Cause
makes a
your
lot of
So it
skin,
could be
sense.
you
skin type.
really, you really have like no, I don't think I've ever seen you with blemishes or like redness at all ever.
I get them like here and there, but they're like
Here's the
so,
secret.
so minor.
It's probably like
Mm,
stress related versus like skincare related
right,
for
It's
you.
like
right.
Yeah.
period related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, love a
But
good period related blemish.
do you?
The worst.
Christine doesn't understand sarcasm.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I guess like as we go on, it will be understood that, Christina's known me for like more than a decade now,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm still learning like pop culture and sarcasm. So
She's like our little alien.
Oh.
But actually, I feel like getting braces, like just I'm still on the topic of like insecurities, I guess, which will be
hmm
another episode. But I do think my teeth were an insecurity, but I hadn't really thought about it until after I got my braces. And like now that I've had
mm,
them, um, I yeah, it's I feel so much better about my smile, but I never was like it wasn't like this thing I ever fixated on
yeah.
because my
Yeah.
teeth weren't like they weren't like crazy bad or anything. But yeah, obviously when you get braces, it makes it look nice, really, really nice and straight. So that's also why I'm so like meticulous about taking care of my teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes
Yeah.
sense because I think I'm totally in the same boat as you. Like before getting braces, I wasn't all that, I didn't think my smile was any weird or, different. But then afterward, I could definitely see like, oh yeah, my smile is now more like wider and before it was more narrow. So like my face shape or like the way that I
Hmm.
smile is totally different. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy if you like compare photos sometimes, like it straight up looks like I got plastic surgery because like it just my
Yeah.
whole like
Mm.
my mouth, like the way my mouth is like completely different. That's really strange.
Yeah.
But
Did we
Yeah.
talk about your gap tooth?
yeah,
I
I
don't think
think a
we
little
did.
we did it. Oh my God. The spider, the little spider thing that I was telling you guys about, you like would crank it and then it would create this gap like because what it does is like my upper I'm showing
Teeth.
the people, yeah.
You're showing the
My
people who are listening.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm showing the people that are listening in. So my upper teeth were like really narrow, and then they had to sort of crank it out. Trying to be as descriptive as I
And
can.
you
This
had a
is like,
gap that
yeah,
they had to
and I had
close
the
at the same
gap.
time.
Yeah.
Well, it created the gap because it like pulled it this way. And then they
Oh.
had to close the gap with the braces after the like 6 or 8 months with the spider.
Oh,
So it
so
I
was
you
like a
didn't
wish.
start with
whole
a gap.
thing. Well, no. I started with a really narrow smile, and
Oh.
then it turned into a gap, and then the gap had to close.
Oh,
It was a
oh, okay, okay.
whole, it
So there's
was
like a whole
so,
process around it.
yeah,
I
it's
wish
really
you kind of
strange.
kept the gap though. Like it's such a
I know.
rare,
I would have
like,
been
Supermodel.
very like
yeah.
high fashion.
Yeah,
Or
and you're
like
like freaking so tall.
Megan is
How
like,
tall are you, Megan?
she's
Five
like,
eight. It's
Five
not
eight.
even that tall. I think that's like really short for,
It's
I
really
think
okay,
tall
all
for an
models
Asian.
are like,
I was like, if 5'8" is short, then what are, what is this that I am at 5'2"?
well, you're still taller than Olivia, so it doesn't matter, right?
By like half an inch.
Olivia better be listening.
She's our third
Well, she,
listener.
Yeah.
anyway, we definitely need to come back around and talk more about like insecurities and vulnerabilities. I'm sure we could have a 4 hour conversation about that.
Yeah, I think that would be
Yeah.
a good episode for sure.
Yeah. What is
Yeah.
Christine thinking of?
Oh, I was just thinking about how Christina was talking about how teeth were an insecurity until, wait, are we done recording or are we still talking?
No, we're still
No,
recording.
no. Yeah.
I like, okay, so I was thinking about how Christina was talking about how teeth were an insecurity, but teeth have always been like a thing that I fixate on about other people. Like, you know how
Oh.
people are like, oh, I'm an arms girl or I'm like a back girl. I am like a teeth girl and I like love like looking at teeth first. So like when
Oh.
you look at or like teeth, mouth, like the whole combo. So when you look at like Adam Driver or like Pete Davidson, that's like one of those things where it's like I like guys with big teeth. And I think like for me, like I growing up, I had like two big teeth in the center of my like mouth. I had like buck teeth and like my braces as a teen corrected them. But then over time, because like I am undisciplined and I don't wear retainers, and like my permanent retainers also like snapped, my teeth started like shifting back into place, and my like buck teeth came back, and so I started to like notice that even more about myself and like my smile. And that's like why I got adult braces. But like I think because I look at other people's teeth and that's like a big thing for me. Like I look at my teeth and it's like a big deal, but it's like when I look at pictures, people are like, you didn't need braces. But for me, I can tell it's like a big difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I feel like that's how it was for me too, because like people would be like, "Well, you didn't need braces, but you
Hmm.
got it." But it's like, it's like a little rite of passage for people, and I felt like I
Hmm.
needed to fit in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were also like
Oh,
braces are like adult braces are, I mean, like braces in general are like expensive.
mm,
So I think like that's like also one thing to consider is like once you're in like we got our braces like in our like mid to late 20s, right? And that's like when we like started, we had our jobs, we had like health insurance and all of that. So it made it a lot easier and more manageable to pay for again, where it was like partially subsidized. Um, and I think that's like the willingness to like hop over and actually make the decision, you know?
Yeah. Well, and these days it's like I feel like a lot of people are getting braces as adults, or like a lot more, or maybe we just didn't even realize that when we were kids. But
Yeah.
like, Christine, where you go and get your braces tend,
Hmm.
like it's like the most millennial like dentist office ever, like
Oh
super
yeah.
aesthetically pleasing, like definitely targeted to
Oh yeah.
adults. So there's that. There's like Smile Direct Club, which I heard bad things about, but I haven't done it personally, so it's not my own review. But
Hmm.
there's Smile Direct Club, which is like kind of like a type of invisible, like Invisalign type braces. So I mean, yeah, I guess it's these days people don't really care if you got braces.
But it does change like the way that you like smile, the way that like you present yourself. Because like when I had my buck teeth come back, I would like smile over my teeth, or like in pictures, I would like
Mm,
kind of like not smile as big. But now I'm like, like whatever. My teeth are like, I put money into this. I'm gonna like flash it, you know? But
yeah,
before I was like,
actually, yeah, because
yeah,
sorry for interrupting.
no, 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 hold on,
Um,
I'm done.
But yeah, like, because I used to only smile like on my right side, like
Hmm.
right side facing the camera,
Um,
or that's where I was most comfortable because on my left side, I had like, it's a whole thing. I had some teeth that were baby teeth that didn't have adult teeth. And so, like, it was a
Christina.
whole thing.
So cute.
So, but yeah, my left canine, I ended up having to get an implant. So that was also part of my whole braces thing. But yeah, now it's like I'm comfortable smiling either way,
She's
and I
like
can just
this.
like
She's like,
focus on other
e
things
front and center. E.
instead of
e-
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, turning to my right. Yeah.
Jeez, who would have
Oh
thought they'd be such a big
God.
deal?
I
I
know.
know.
So funny.
Yeah.
Well, this was so much fun.
This was
Yeah.
fun.
This was fun. We can talk about our braces and our experiences. We went through all our rounds.
Yeah. And I did learn things about you
Mm.
two that I didn't know before.
Yeah.
Or at least I didn't know Megan had a gap created in her teeth.
That was like a part of the strategy,
Oh
Like that
my
was a
Yeah,
part of
God.
created
the.
and then closed.
Yeah.
So crazy.
You
The
should have been like,
whole
wait,
like
can I keep
mastermind.
that?
Yeah.
It's like
Please
I kind of
leave the
like
gap.
this. This is like my
Like, are you
personality trait
sure?
now.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so I mean, I guess that's the end of our first episode.
ooh, we
Yeah,
did it!
we did it. This is so much fun.
Um,
For the two people listening out there, thanks for listening to our ramble about braces, adult braces especially, part of our insecurities, and I think we'll have a lot of other topics to talk about in the future episodes. But one other thing is that
Yeah.
we have other places for you to connect with us beyond this podcast. We're on social, so go and give us a follow on samcha podcast on IG and Twitter, and we're going to be posting other stuff related to the podcast and about myself, Christina, and Megan, and our lives in general on our accounts. So please go and check us out there.
Yeah. And we're going to be posting 5 episodes for this first season. We're just trying to keep it realistic with our full-time jobs. And we'll be posting every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific and 6 p.m. Eastern.
yes.
Yay!
Yay! I think
Thank
that's
you.
it.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye. Cheers.
Bye.
One more. On to Sacha after this podcast.
Bye.
Bye.